if you support Man U and Zimbabwe at the same time, you're supposed to be one of God's strongest soldiers, because what are you trying to do? But anyway, regardless of which team you're going to be supporting on Monday, these are your starter packs. If you're supporting South Africa, you're going to need a Vuvuzela. That's kind of obvious. You're going to need some colorful big ass glasses. And then after that, you're going to need an extra voice box, because you're going to be shouting a lot, right? Because Zimbabwe has the game in their hands. If they win, it's over for you niggas in South Africa. But then anyway, I'm going to hold your hands when I say this. If you're going to support Zimbabwe on Monday, you're going to need a Bible. Let's be honest, you gotta pray for them boys, because they can stress you out. And because they can stress you out, you're gonna need a blood pressure machine. You're gonna need Panadol for the headaches. And then, just in case they decide to pull a "this is fine" moment and get a red card, you're gonna need Vicks. Put here, Vicks here, Vicks there, Vicks on your chest, just to soothe the pain, you know. But fun fact, Zimbabwe and South Africa only played 2 matches in relation to AFCON a long time ago. The first match being in 1993, right? Yeah, right. Zimbabwe won that match 4-1 against South Africa in Harare. And then they moved to Johannesburg the next year in 1994, and they had a draw. So that was 1-1. So it's not really looking good for South Africa in the history books against Zimbabwe here. So this is why Zimbabwe is kind of dangerous. And South African TikTok is scared that Zimbabwe might pull a no. You feel me? And just tabuza umhlanga. I don't speak Zulu. That was bad. But anyway, all I'm saying is, if Zimbabwe wins, which is it's going to win, my prediction is that Zimbabwe is going to win 1-0 against South Africa. That's my prediction. That is my prediction. Not gonna lie. But anyway, for the national anthems, for these things to go well, okay, let me say this. Zimbabwe is gonna win 1-0. But unless they play Snoko Noko as the national anthem for South Africa, then yeah, maybe South Africa has a chance.